Hello and welcome back to the WMCQ at Chialan's Gaming Lounge. We are still following the rise of Leon from his lowly beginnings in the first round. He is now in the semi-final of the WMCQ, all 2 games away from his ticket to Paris if he wins them. So we are Leon is on the right and Francois is on the left.
Okay, so you're with Jodi and Akheel. Semi-final match underway. We see a temple garden, is it? No?
I don't
Or
know.
a
No,
temple, a scry temple,
Yeah.
come into play, tap from Francois. Sacred Foundry, tap from Leon.
Very passive beginning to hopefully it won't be a very passive game, seeing as the last one went on so long and you guys apparently suffered quite desperately trying to cast that thing and try and make it interesting.
Well, me and Neil actually learned a lot from that video. We realized that decks that may seem to play very quickly take a lot of depth to pilot, and sometimes that comes out in how long a player takes to make a decision.
Yeah, I'm sure there were lots of like mental maths and just making the game hard for the
A
players
lot
to
of
play.
a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
What outs can I play to?
Which is very interesting for the technical side, but it's not, sadly it doesn't make great viewing if viewers new to Magic. And Leon plays a turn 2 young Pyromancer.
Which is possibly the best turn 2 play that he has here. He knows that there's no opposing removal, no counters. And okay, we see Francois flip the top card of his library.
Which can't really see very well. It does look like a land. It looks like
It looks like another temple.
yeah, it looks like another Scry Temple. So Leon knows that he will be putting that into play next turn.
As well as gaining 1 life.
As well as gaining 1 life. So that Leon will have to try remove that the what is it? The
Corsair of
the
Kruphix.
Corsair.
And there we go. We see the Corsair taking a shock.
Okay, Leon does get a 1/1
He's
elemental
got
counter.
he's got 2 damage sitting on the Corsair. He's got to deal another 2 to kill it.
Yeah, so
There's the second shock.
yeah, he gets very good value out of his turn 2 young Pyromancer by getting 2 tokens right off the bat.
Theoretically, the Corsair of Kruphix did 2 for 1 Leon.
Yeah.
But he did get 2 tokens out of it.
Yeah, and if he can get some value on those tokens, that's a good thing. And he does attack Francois for 1, taking him back down to 20. And Francois
We see
immediately
another
summons.
Corsair of Kruphix.
Yeah.
And on top of the library, we see Elspeth, a Planeswalker.
Yep, Elspeth, Knight Errant.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh, no.
no, not-
Sun God Champion.
that shows you how long it's been since.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a scry, actually.
Yeah.
We now see a Sylvan Caryatid on the top of the library.
Okay, another mana ramping elves.
Elspeth, Sun's Champion.
Sun's
There
Champion.
we go.
Sorry, that's how long it's been since I played competitive Magic, when Elspeth Knight Errant was in rotation.
Welcome back.
Welcome
We
back.
see a Boris Charm in Leon's hand. That can easily 1-for-1 the Corsair.
If he gets a satisfied answer, because Boris Charm can only target the player.
Oh, yes.
But Leon does manage
Okay.
to remove it with a Chain to the Rocks.
And we see 3 mana for something else.
And Chandra's Phoenix. Very nice aggressive turn from Leon. Francois going
Down by 5 to 13.
Down by 5 to 13 life.
What?
I don't understand.
There seems to be some bad math
Yeah, there seems to
written
be some
down
bad
on
maths from the judges that we're using to reference our life totals. I think.
Well, that's okay. We know he just took 5.
Yeah, he just took 5. I think he's either on 15 or 13. I think we think by our maths he's on 15.
Well, no, he did take another one from the
Yeah,
token.
yeah, but he did gain 1 from the Corsair.
Yes.
So probably 15. 15 life. Let's call it 15 for now. He plays another Planeswalker. Which Planeswalker is that?
Kiora, the Crashing Wave. Very unique ability here. Her ultimate lets you get an emblem that gives you a 9/9 Kraken every end step.
That's quite terrifying. How many loyalty does she need to get to that?
I'm actually not quite sure. I'm not familiar with the card.
Okay. Well, it's
I do believe it takes about 4 turns before you can ultimate her, though.
Yeah, that's the general trend with Planeswalkers. 4 turns and you can ultimate. So Leon's not likely to let that stick around with only 1 token on it. He probably might just send an elemental token at it and the rest at Francois' face. So Leon playing
Her
a scry.
minus being used to play an additional land that turn.
Okay. So Leon just getting a scry, seeing what he's got coming to him, and he attacks with everything once more.
Do we see Kiora die?
Yes.
Yes, we
so
do.
one of that damage goes to Kiora. The remaining 4 going to Francois' face, and that takes Francois down to 11.
I suppose we'll actually know what the life total is when the game ends.
Yeah,
The
possibly.
judges currently have him on 8.
Yeah. Maybe we're missing some mental maths, yeah. And he summons another Planeswalker.
A Jace, Architect of Thought. Immediately +1, so that every creature that attacks in to Francois gets -1/-0.
That's a very powerful ability given the current board state with 3 creatures with 1 power on Leon's side that will stall him out. That will slow his burn down, but it will not actually stop the burn spells that he might have in his hand from taking their effect.
The question is, does Leon then want to use burn spells on Jace or to go directly to the dome?
That is going to be an interesting thing because it's going to be a balancing act between losing the potential currently 4 damage from the minus from Jace and every turn, or just rushing his face down a bit faster. He chooses to attack with 2. Oh, does the young Parameter has 2 power?
Okay.
That's probably
That's probably why we're incorrect on the math.
So let's.
Our apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know what young Parameter.
There's the War Leader's Helix.
Yeah.
That's 6 damage.
Yeah. That's a Boros Charm. It's 8 damage, and that looks to be
apparently
game.
Is game.
Yeah. That looks to be game. That's nice.
War Leader's Helix down to 2. Boros Charm to finish.
Yeah. Nice bursting from Leon, and hopefully the trend continues the next game on the rise of Leon.
I think a very quick game 1 that we just saw.
Yeah, very quick game 1. Hopefully that trend continues with Leon, and we look forward to joining us for our next game.